Well, hey guys, what is up? What's going on out there? Yeah, Brent Abel here, webtennis.com. We're kind of a follow-up to today's episode of What's the Right Shot. I want to talk a little bit about mindset on this upcoming overhead and some of the problems that we get into that we don't need to. We don't need to be thinking that way. And look, let's be real. The overhead is probably been coached way too much that you got to put it away, right? You got to end the point. And I would say that if you're up inside the service line, if you're really close to the net, okay, there's a real opportunity there to end the point where the ball won't come back. But the bottom line here is that you can never stop your opponents from guessing where you're going to play your overhead. Even though you know in your mind's eye exactly where they are, right? As this lob is going up, you know, I mean, you're right now looking at the ball, but you know exactly where your opponents are, right? You know you've got one of them in front of you that's the guy who just lobbed that's pretty far back, and you know that another one is you know, maybe not all the way back, but you know where they are, right? And so even if you decide, okay, I'm going to go up the line here with this overhead, not the smartest shot choice because you got the highest part of the net, but you can't stop that opponent over there from guessing, from anticipating right before you make contact and moving over there that's where you're going to go. So look, you always have to assume that they can guess, they can anticipate, and there's a chance that your overhead, no matter how close you are to the net, could always come back. And that's okay, right? That's just part of the game. So for me, it's now, I don't want to be thinking, oh my gosh, I've got to end the point. That's kind of a negative thought. That's putting a lot of pressure on you, right? It's putting a lot of pressure on yourself. You don't want that kind of thinking, no matter what the score is. I mean, this point could be, let's say you're deep in the third set, really close match, and it's, you know, whatever it is, I don't know, score is, but it's close to the end of the match, and you're thinking, God dang it, you know, I want to end the point. Don't do that. You really want to be thinking about something which is more aligned with, I just want to get a good swing on this, right? I want to have some swing freedom on it. I don't want to push it. I want to have some really good swing freedom. And so here's what I want you to be thinking about. And here's the sequence of, in fact, let me take this back a little bit. Here's the sequence of this whole, the last shot here, this little lob. Look, what are you anticipating is coming back? You think this guy's going to play a tweener between his legs? No. You think this guy is going to go ahead and clear out some space and, you know, kind of rip a forehand ground stroke? I don't think so. But do I think he's going to lob? I do. And we're both, my partner and I are both anticipating that. So number one, anticipation. What do you think is most likely going to happen, all right? It's going to be a lob. You're going to play, one of us is going to be playing an overhead here, right? So that's number one. Number two is going to be shot choice, right? And I've just decided, I've committed early exactly where I want to go. I don't want to go through a sub-menu mentally of, I could go up the line, I could go in the middle, I could go at that guy's feet if he's still there. I don't know if he's still there or not. He might be retreating. I could go some fancy angle. Whatever your shot choice is, it doesn't matter. Just choose one. If your instincts will tell you one thing, then go with it. That's right, whatever that is. I just don't want to have 3 or 4 different shot choices ruminating in my brain and in the last second decide, uh-oh, well, I better do that. So you're now fully committed to shot choice, right? And now your whole thing is, I just want to get a nice swing speed on this and let it go to that shot choice. Knowing that if the court's wide open over there in the middle, for example, great. But it still might come back, and that's okay. And now from here, just let it go, right? And letting it go means not worrying about the outcome, not worrying that someone's told you, hey, with this overhead, when you're close to the service line, you ought to be putting it away. Forget that, right? Forget that. Just get a good swing on it. And now we're going to just take it from here, right? I'm assuming it's coming back. These guys are good, right? So I'm assuming that it's coming back. And, you know, if you go to the guy's feet, maybe that's your intended target, great. Maybe your intended target was right to bisect those two opponents over there, but you got a hair early on it, even though you hit it well, and it ends up over here. Okay, maybe this is an unintended opportunity. Look, I'll take it. I'm not proud of that. If that's not where I just intended to go, but it ends up there and the ball does not come back, then fine and dandy. So mentally, that's kind of it. That's kind of the checklist for you. Assume it's going to be a lob in that situation. Anticipate that. Go with your instinctive first shot choice. Stick with it, and then just let it go. Just have some swing freedom and hit a high quality overhead to that target. And if it ends up going somewhere else, no sweat. Assume it's coming back, and you guys will be just fine. All right. Hope this has been helpful. Look, guys, if you are, let's say, choking, if you're having some nerves or anxiety, especially at the end of sets or at the end of the match, I want to help you bust through those nerves. I want to help you get over that anxiety, help you get some clarity, help you get some focus, help you get some confidence. And the way to do that starts right here at the end of a point. What do we do in those 25 seconds between points? And I found that if you control your thinking, I got a 4-part between point system that has made a huge difference in my game, especially in close matches. I've got a free video for you. It's about 9 minutes long. It's going to detail each one of those 4 parts of a between points system. Right down below, there's a link that'll take you to it. Again, it's free, no charge. It's on me, and you can get immediate access to it by just following that link. Guys, hope this has been helpful. As I said before, any comments, any questions, remarks, feedback, let me know down below in the comments area. And as always, that's right. Right now, it's time. We got to get out there. Help someone else have a spectacular day. Guys, see you again next time.